Casa Burger not only has a strange looking name, it's one of the most popular smash burger restaurants in New York City right now. I love smash burgers, so obviously I had to try it. Plus, the restaurant serves a pretty good looking fried chicken sandwich, so I had to try that as well. Today I'm here in New York City at the beautiful Madison Square Park in the Flatiron District, but I'd like to talk about a restaurant that's actually located on the Lower East Side that I went to a couple of times and had some good food. I'm talking about what is one of the most popular places in the city right now for smash burgers, Casa Burger. When I first saw the name of the restaurant, I frankly didn't know how the hell to pronounce it. It's so strange. I mean, you got Casa, then you have 13, but the 13 kind of looks like a B, then you've got Burger, and I don't know if it was like Casa 13urger or Casa 13urger, and I've heard so many people pronounce it different ways. Yeah, but it's just Casa Burger. Simple enough. Plus, what's in a name? And when it comes down to it, it's all about the food, and I found out that Casa Burger serves some pretty good food. Although I've got to admit, when it comes to burgers, my preferred style are the big, thick, juicy patties cooked to order like a perfect medium rare. Those are just simply the best. However, I still love smash burgers. They can simply be the most satisfying thing ever. I've got to admit, the day that I went to the 3 Michelin star at 11 Madison Park and had what is probably some of the greatest vegan food in the world, for dinner that night, I had a smash burger. I went to the Emoji Burger location in Astoria, Queens, and had just a delicious and satisfying smash burger. Oh, it was so good. Yeah, that was such an amazing day of food. That lunch at 11 Madison Park was just one of the best meals I had last year. It was probably the second best meal I had last year. I think Alinea is easily the #1 choice because it did have the best food, and it was special because I got to do that with my dad, but yeah, I would say 11 Madison Park was my second favorite meal of the year. Close call between that and Per Se, but it was pretty special. Anyway, to follow up all that wonderful vegan food with a burger was just perfect. But coming back to the topic at hand, I love smash burgers, and when Casa Burger opened their doors, I simply had to try it. New York City is seemingly in a smash burger renaissance right now. There are so many restaurants here that have smash burgers on their menu, and frankly, I had to see if Casa Burger could compete with the likes of 7th Street Burger and Hamburger America. So this was my experience at Casa Burger. Casa Burger is located on the Lower East Side and opened their doors in the fall of 2024. The restaurant is located alongside the soon-to-open sister restaurant called Casa 13, which sort of explains the awkward spelling behind Casa Burger. Inside, the establishment isn't very large. There are only 4 tables, but luckily on both of my visits, I was able to snag a spot. In regards to the menu, it's pretty simple. Burgers come in either singles or doubles, there's a chicken sandwich, a couple of sides, and a variety of interesting sauces like the cowboy butter and bacon jam. There's also a breakfast sandwich available, as well as a plant-based burger. In terms of the beverages, milkshakes are the highlight. During one of my visits, I got a strawberry shake, and it hit the spot. The concoction had a nice consistency. In fact, shakes at Casa Burger are made with real ice cream. The flavor was nice as well. It was perfectly balanced by not being overly sweet and maintained a nice strawberry taste. It was a great accompaniment to my burger, and speaking about burgers, I ordered a double cheeseburger. The burger looked mouth-watering in its simplicity. Besides the 2 beef patties, I believe there were slices of American cheese, pickles, the restaurant's signature casa sauce, as well as grilled onions. I was pretty damn excited about that burger, and it didn't disappoint. It was delicious. The beef was on point, but it was really all the components within the burger that acted in harmony to produce a truly craveable dish. So it begs the question, is it better than the other notable smash burgers in New York City? To a certain extent, yes, but at the same time, it somewhat depends on what one is looking for in a smash burger. Casa Burger is definitely on the simpler side when it comes to what's on their burgers. However, it's not quite as basic as the offerings from 7th Street Burger. For me, it really comes down to nitpicking details, and as a result, crowning a restaurant as having the best smash burger is too difficult a feat. Basically, I'm just happy that there's another top-tier smash burger restaurant in New York City. Although, if I had to recommend a single restaurant in the city for smash burgers, it would definitely be George Motz's Hamburger America. Their burgers are excellent, but I particularly appreciate their unique monthly burger specials, which really sets Hamburger America apart. Having said that, Casa Burger's fried chicken sandwich is a menu item that definitely makes Casa Burger stand out. I tried it on another visit to the restaurant, and I've gotta say, I liked it more than the burger, and I really liked the burger. Simply put, that fried chicken sandwich was amazing. It was fresh and juicy with a perfect crisp. But what makes Casa Burger's sandwich stand out is that it's dunked in hot honey after it's fried. It's then topped with mayonnaise, pickles, and is sandwiched between a potato bun. The sandwich was just so damn good. I loved the sweet and spicy taste from the hot honey. It was just so satisfying. Now, the sandwich can be pretty messy, but that mess was worth it. The bun certainly did its job by holding such a juicy sandwich together. It should also be pointed out that everything on Casa Burger's menu except the onion rings can be made gluten-free. And speaking about the onion rings, it was the side that I paired with my burger. In addition to a decent-sized portion of onion rings was a small cup of what I believe was the Casa sauce. That was definitely an enjoyable side dish. The onions were nice and crispy and had the ideal flavor. They also paired nicely with the sauce, which added a creamy and tangy element of sweetness. While I enjoyed Casa Burger's onion rings, I've gotta say, at least when it comes to the casual New York City burger spots, that I believe Gotham Burger Social Club has the superior onion rings. On my other visit to Casa Burger, I tried the fries. Those fries were excellent. They had a spectacular crisp and craveability to them that meant as soon as I finished a few fries, I was already thinking about the next handful I would shovel into my mouth. Compared to the other smash burger establishments out there, Casa Burger's fries were among the best. Overall, I really enjoyed my 2 meals at Casa Burger. While smash burger spots may be a dime a dozen these days in New York City, I found Casa Burger to be a welcome addition. In terms of the cost, my meal, which included the double cheeseburger, onion rings, and milkshake, set me back $23.41. My other lunch at the restaurant, which included the chicken sandwich and fries, equated to $22.32. To put it simply, Casa Burger is pretty damn good. Everything I had, I really enjoyed. I don't know if their burgers are better than Hamburger America or 7th Street Burger, but they are definitely on par with them. However, I think the chicken sandwich is actually the best dish at the restaurant. That was phenomenal. I see a lot of these fast casual burger places have chicken sandwiches on their menus, and they're usually good, but they're such an afterthought compared to the burgers. At Casa Burger, however, their fried chicken sandwich was no afterthought. It was fresh, juicy, crispy, and that hot honey flavor, oh, that was perfect. Honestly, if you're only going to get one thing at Casa Burger, their burgers are very satisfying and delicious and phenomenal, but their chicken sandwich, now that is really special. That is the one dish I would definitely get. Great smash burgers are pretty common in this city, but a good chicken sandwich like that is a bit more rare. But as I've said, the burgers from Casa Burger are great. They're just so craveable in the way how the meat, cheese, bread, and sauce all sort of meld together, and it just equates to something that's super delicious. To sum it up, Casa Burger and the like prove that you don't have to spend a lot of money to have great food in New York City. Casa Burger is an excellent addition to the already great New York City burger scene. They serve some top-notch smash burgers and an excellent chicken sandwich, and I will certainly be returning.